Welcome back to the Pumped Effect podcast. Podcast everything health, fitness, mindset, bodybuilding, journeys, and everything in between. I'm your host, Ryan Van Ellerstein, and I'm joined by the beautiful wife.
Hello.
And for the guys watching on the YouTube,
Oh my God.
we have a bit of a new setup. So
A bit.
a lot of a bit. So for the guys on the podcast, you ain't going to be able to see, but
Well, go to YouTube, like and subscribe.
but I've redone pretty much the whole office area, and I fucking love it.
I love it too. Well
The
done.
vibe is hell nice. We got the trainers awards, like a full wall of trainers awards. We still got to do the little side walls there.
I feel like
Got a bit of a softbox going on over here. From what we can see, it's funny if you were to turn the camera that way. Yeah, it's not very pretty at the moment, but this way is pretty. So
it doesn't matter.
you know what? Just 2 seconds. I'm just gonna flick the camera real quick. Yep, that's what we see. Flip it around. Yep, that's better. So anyway, on this episode, firstly, I'm gonna touch on a little bit of myself, and that is annoying because now the camera has flipped around. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, so we're going to start off this episode by just touching on a little bit of things about myself, thoughts, feelings, reverse, recovery diet, brain health. So yeah, I've definitely noticed a big difference from this reverse to the last, 2023.
Well, what would you say? What's the biggest difference?
Well, I think reflecting back, there's just so much happened in 2023. Coming out of it, leading into it, you know, you had your grandma die, I had Coda die like a week out. So that was like really sad, off of like the back of like such a good nationals, you know, the pro cards, getting on stage with Braden. Like it was just such good nationals. And it was just such a fucking roller coaster. It was such a roller coaster. And then obviously Bali, and then we were planning our wedding as well. So then having like that show in Bali was almost like it was a relief.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, thank God that's done.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it was obviously a long prep as well, or really same length of time that I did this time.
You know, like having wedding after, we have that. It's like, oh, okay, it's done, so we can focus on the wedding.
Yeah.
You know, like especially for me, it was more that way. It's like, okay, it's done. Like I can enjoy the wedding time now. You know.
Yeah, and so from a reverse standpoint as well, like 2023, I just wanted to get out. I was like, give me as much food and pina coladas and espresso martinis that my guts can handle. And I also had to fill back out. I had to fill back out into my wedding clothes as well. So where you were the opposite.
Yeah.
You had to like hold your condition.
Yeah.
So in terms of a reverse, it wasn't the best start, I would say, and I really I was so gassed, and I just wanted to rest, I just wanted to relax, and that's what I did. But that was my intention back then. This time is very different. Like I am not food focused at all.
No, you're not.
At all. Like I brought my food straight back to maintenance. Some days I honestly go a little bit under, and not even intentionally, like it's just because I'm busy and I'm just not hungry. So that was the first thing. I was like, man, I'm really not food focused at all. I feel like that 1 week in Bali where I just set myself the goal or the standard of like, just have 3 meals a day, have whatever you want, try not to go too far over maintenance, and you'll be fine. And that's kind of what I did, and that's all I needed.
And like, how did you know that you're gonna be like in your like maintenance calories range?
I calculated it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
But like the years of tracking literally allowed you to not have to track, but because you knew how much food you can afford and like how much that's gonna be like in terms of calories.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I recalculated my maintenance calories, but obviously in terms of, I didn't track my food though.
No.
You know,
No,
so I had a good idea of whereabouts I was going to land, and my weight only come up by 1 kilo. So it was like, it was spot on.
Amazing.
So even right now, I'm only, now 1.5 kilo up from stage weight. which is not very much at all. However, I am 4 kilo up from my lightest though. So that's my depletion, I got down to 77. Is that right? Yeah, and I'm at 81 now. Yeah. But I was on stage at 79 kilo.
Was your stage weight different on each show?
Way different. Yeah. So I was 79 kilo on stage this time, but I was 76 kilo, depleted 75 kilo in 2023.
Yeah, but I mean this year on each show.
No, it was the same. It was the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Show to show was actually the same. Yeah. Even though Bali, I was like a little bit more depleted and a little bit leaner through my legs, but my body weight didn't really reflect that at all. It was the same. So I just stopped looking at it, to be honest.
Exactly. There you go. I wanted to hear that because I think many people need to hear that as well, to not caught up on a just that scale.
Yeah.
But because in the end of the day, I think I'm repeating that like 100 times already on a podcast and every platform, that in the end of the day, no one is gonna weigh you. They're literally gonna look at you, and that's it.
What's funny is in Bali they probably should have for the men's athletic one.
I didn't weigh you,
No, I didn't get weighed.
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
I didn't think I would. But I was 79 kilo anyway. So, but yeah, so thoughts and feelings wise, they're definitely the changes. So that's probably the biggest one, is just the food focus. I expected to be a little bit more food focused when I'm not. However, mentally I'm a lot more busy because we come back home. And obviously I got all this sorted and I had so many things that I just wanted to tick off.
Do you think because your brain was working again and you were like so excited to use it again?
100%, 100%. My brain has come back quicker. It's still not 100%, but like you guys can probably even hear it. Like my brain is actually ticking now. And like, honestly, I get to a point, I'm like, that's all I want. I just want my fucking brain to work again, because I'm like, I'm so hard on myself. And I'm like, come on, man, like on a podcast or a YouTube, or I'm doing a reel or whatever, or I'm talking to someone, and I'm just like, I just have these brain farts. And I'm like, come on, bro. So that's really good that my brain's definitely coming back. Also, this week, I've done a lot of extra work in terms of like things that I've really wanted to implement into the business. Not that it's something that I just don't know if I have the bandwidth to do all of the time, but I might actually, or we've talked about this, but we might actually create another whole tier for this. I've been doing a lot of like mindset coaching and just with existing clients. And, we talk about this all the time, but like even when it comes to bodybuilding, we consider ourselves more as like personal development coaches over like 100%. Prep coaches, right? 100%. But it's all, for me anyway, it's all one in the same.
I feel like prep is all about as well, like it's not only nutrition and training like we preach, but it's such a mindset game. That's why we need to take care about this part as well. And we do, and I think it's pretty successful. Yeah,
and it's really fun, and it's a different angle, and it's just such a healthy way to go about the sport, because like we talk about all the time, it's not all about winning, although we all want to win, we're all athletes.
Of course.
But just having a different perspective.
100%, and I feel that changes when like someone comes to us and like, I want to win the sword, into with period of time, we're like, no, that's a wrong sport. But like with period of time.
Well, firstly, it's like we all want to win the sword, and a hammer and a shield and of course.
But with the period of time, it's like, okay, like I'm gonna be a winner regardless. With like bringing my best ever. But
and it's everybody's on their own journey, and this isn't even just about competition and prep coaching, right? So the people that I did these calls with, they went for 2 hours and I just loved it. It was so fulfilling to me just to even now talk about things that aren't bodybuilding related, because it's just been bodybuilding. And it's like so nice to like, one, have my brain work again, but really dive into like pattern recognition, pattern utilization, pattern creation, and get these guys looking at things from a different perspective. And sometimes all it takes is like, and I noticed this on the calls, is like, sometimes it takes like one sentence or one word or something that I say and they go, oh, I really needed that.
Yeah.
You know, so that was really fulfilling for me. And I would love to be able to like open that up and create an actual service out of that. Just the hard thing about that is because it takes so much time, and it's very powerful when it's individual and it's one-on-one. So just for the guys who are listening, it's not generally like, and I think you guys know this anyway, but it's not like a part of our service. It's just something that I've chosen to do because the individuals need it, and I also really, really like enjoy it. So that's something that I've also been really thinking about, and something that I'm going to continue to work on and try and come up with a way of doing it more individualized, but I just got to still figure that out. Because obviously we still do all the group coaching calls and all that sort of stuff, but it is a little bit different when it's individualized, you know?
Definitely.
So yeah, that's been on my mind as well. But yeah, it's just nice to have a brain for it and be able to give something that's just so valuable, you know, as opposed to just training and nutrition and, you know, the general mindset stuff that we do. But it's really getting deeper and diving into it. So
how do you manage food now to like enjoy that food?
Yeah. So
and not be like crazy hungry and like craving things.
Yeah. Our when it comes to our preps, we are pretty high carb. You know, we you know,
but that's what works for our bodies.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Anyway, but my point is I just was craving more protein and higher fat. So just having things like whole eggs now, you know what I mean? Instead of like fucking egg whites. So having like whole eggs, having fatty meats again, that's honestly where all my calories have come from at this point. Instead of having 2 bits of toast, so in terms of carbs, like that's literally it. Instead of having 2 pieces, I have 4.
Yeah.
My cream of rice basically stays the same. I'm eating lots of fruit still. So a lot of it is the same. It's honestly a lot of the same food, just whole eggs, fattier meats.
What about like snacks? If you feel like snacking on something?
Yeah, so if I want to have a snack, I'm not really a snacker, but even like last night was the first time I probably actually snacked, and I had some of them like gluten-free Jats or Ritz or whatever they were. I was like, oh yeah, this is weird. Like I just don't really snack, you know.
Yeah, but you allow yourself to do that.
Yeah. But that's honestly it. My nutrition right now honestly is pretty boring to most. Like I'm not like a big, you know, cooker. I don't fuck around with lots of different. Yeah, you are. Yeah, exactly. That's your job. You know, you play around with a lot of these different recipes and stuff like that. Like I'm pretty basic. You know what I mean? I love my prep food, and I said that throughout my prep. I was like, I love this.
Yeah.
Like this food that I'm eating. The only thing that I would love is just to not have to have egg. You know, one whole egg and all the rest is egg whites.
Yeah.
You know, just saving calories, but. Yeah, it just makes me realize that like when I do prep, I save so many calories just from pulling my fats from that. It's so easy, you know?
Easy.
So easy to drop my calories.
Yeah, so literally like swapping protein sources from like fatty meats to lean protein stuff, and like pulling the egg whites, egg yolks.
Yeah.
Literally stuff like that.
Yeah.
But conclusion is, because like you said, you love your prep food. I think conclusion of that is to find the food that really works for you, and you enjoy it, and you can literally have it every day. I was exactly the same in 2023. I found the things that I really, really enjoy, and I was continue eating them like after as well, because I really love them.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that, to eat, you know, almost the same or similar things every day. If you enjoy it, like why not? Like you don't have to change recipes all the time.
Yeah. And if I was still really hungry, which I planned on keeping all of my fiber in, but I actually took it away. because I just don't feel like I need it. You know what I mean? Like my satiety is really good, but obviously that's because of having the higher fats, higher protein,
Exactly, yeah.
just to slow my digestion a bit. And I felt like I just made that switch, and I haven't really needed to have so much fiber. Mind you, throughout my prep, this is the first time really I didn't really dabble into like really high volume foods. That's probably the
really
one of the
didn't.
at all. One of the biggest differences from 23 to this season was that I ate Spud Light potatoes once, and I was like, you know what? I just don't feel like I need this. And even having like 23, you know, like lots of broccoli and heaps of fiber, heaps of spinach, heaps of like, I didn't really do any of that this season. And that was really good on my digestion, and I noticed it within my midsection for sure.
Smaller.
It was definitely smaller, even in terms of posing and the consistency of my weight as well. You know, just gut mass, gut volume, from not having so much fiber. Yeah, sitting in my stomach was obviously really, really good, and that was good for my mindset. But it like, if I was hungry this season, I just accepted that I was hungry.
Exactly.
You know, and I would have like 1-2 Pepsi Maxes, like absolute max. That was it. I still kept in, like, that's probably the other thing that I did keep in was like the Oxy Shreds and stuff like that, you know, the cans. More so just because they're they're so tasty. They're so good. They're like too good. And that was more for a taste thing, you know. So you know how you just like crave. I honestly crave caffeine more than anything, you know. It was a very good prep, and I don't know if somebody knows if there's a test out there. I would love to get like my ghrelin and leptin levels tested, because like
it needs to be,
I would love to know if I do have something where I just, like, I'm a very busy person too though. Like there's a lot of variables to it, but I'd love to know, like, do I have unusual ghrelin and leptin levels where it allows me just to not get as hungry, or because I'm so easy when it comes to prepping and food and stuff, like
you get to the point,
or is it just because I'm busy and
when you're getting obviously hungry, but like you're accepting it, and I feel like the goal is so freaking strong, you know, that like it's okay, like I'll get that, you know?
But that's also my point, is because like the goal is done and now I have different goals. Do you know what I mean? But it's still like really good, you know. But also off the back of that this is why we do long preps, right? I didn't crash diet, my calories didn't get too low, my energy availability was really good. Correct. The lowest my calories went was 2150, and that's still a good 4 meals a day for me, and it didn't bother me, you know. So obviously there's that end of the spectrum as well, where like you leave it too late and you have to drop your calories lower, you have to do more work. Like I went the opposite way, where I found the look that I wanted, the look that I've been really chasing for many years, like to keep the fullness but conditioned but tight and hard, and like, and I really found it, and I found it like early. So even leading into Canberra was the test of the peak week where I found that. And then I was like, okay, I'm like right there. And then I think, still reflecting back, I do think that my States version was my favorite. It was my favorite. And I think I realized that because I went back and looked at all my data, and the only thing that changed, obviously there's like variables of stress and stuff like that, and obviously prep time and stuff, but the only other thing that changed was the night before I had potatoes, which have a lot of potassium in them. And obviously when it comes to fullness, it's been something that I've struggled with. I think from a conditioning standpoint, I was probably like just a touch, little bit better when it come to the nationals, but not enough to even notice. But I really liked the freshness and the fullness and the look from my state show. I think it was more of a freshness thing. I think that extra 2 weeks of dieting could have pulled a little bit of, you know, a bit of fatigue out of me. But yeah, but the photos from Perfect Fam are also incredible. Like they did such a great job. And they did at nationals as well. But yeah, just to wrap that up, there's one more thing that I want to touch on. even from a mindset perspective, I'm taking this reverse very seriously, and I feel like I don't need to train or the gym as much. And I kind of just wanted to throw that in there because, like, I talk a lot about self-trust and self-love, and like that's been my journey. You know, a lot of self-trust, a lot of self-love, and I feel like this time round, I'm taking this reverse a lot seriously. So I'm not just jumping in and training because I feel like I have to. I'm listening to my body, and I'm like, nah, man, you need to rest. You need to recover, and I feel it. But I haven't really felt that urge of like, oh, bro, you're a piece of shit. Like, get in the gym and train, and like those thoughts aren't there. And I kind of just wanted to talk about that because I know that there's and like I've had this forever.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
And I think it's just another bit of reassurance that, like, you talk about self-trust and self-love and all that a lot, and it's just reassurance of like, fuck yeah, bro. Like, you're on the right path because you're not self-talk, you know, negative talk, anything like that. You're not beating yourself up by any means. And honestly, my thoughts after 2023, well, I remember when we got back home after Bali, I was pretty bad. Yeah. Like, my thoughts to myself, and which is why I overdid it. I went off and I trained and I tried to get strong, and I just moved way too quickly. And it's like, man, you're a human. You know, and I had to pull back later and then rest later when I already had all of this food in me and I was already like a little bit out of shape, and like, whereas this time it's like ticking on so smoothly, you know, and I'm like, I've just got to fucking keep doing what I'm doing, right?
I definitely see on you such a big difference in terms of that, and I can see how much you need that rest. Like,
yeah.
I can see how much the recovery is like number one at the moment. Like, maybe now you're actually better. Like, and I can see you are actually back to life.
Yeah.
You know, but only because you took that time to actually recover and really like seriously listen to your body and being very honest with yourself.
Yeah. Like,
what do you actually need, not what you should, or like, you know, or I don't know. I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, I better do that because I better go to the gym and smash and use the food that I'm eating because, you know, otherwise, like, it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
But then you feel so tired.
It's self-sabotage. You're self-sabotaging yourself, but you need to sit back and actually ask yourself, like, what do I need right now? What do I really need right now? Do I really need to go to the gym and hit PBs, or even do I even really need to go to the gym, or do I need to just stop and rest and recover and do some meditation, do some breath work, do some gratitude, you know? Like, I've found all of these, or I've just gotten so good at implementing all of these tools that we've learnt over the years to not just have that one tool in the tool bag, which was training. You know, whereas now I can sit back and go, okay, this is actually what you need. Not, you don't need to go and beat yourself up in the gym right now.
No,
you know,
unless you feel like you really want to go to the gym, like, do it, you know, like, we're not telling anyone to, like.
No, I'm just sharing my experience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's really individual, guys, and there is no one formula. It's like there is no one formula for prep for everyone. It's not like the same formula for everyone. It's not the same formula for reversing.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. Well, look, this reverse for me is already not what I intended. I expected to get in the gym, even though I pulled back more from my last experience.
Yeah.
Now I'm like pulled back even more, you know?
Yeah.
And it's interesting because even the prep leading into it, I already pulled back so much fatigue already. You know, so it just goes to show, and I think it's also, you know, I hate using this as like an excuse or whatever, but I think it's also an age thing. You know what I mean? When you're in your 20s and you're younger, you feel like you're indestructible, you know? And
I agree, and I think it's experience thing.
For sure. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the biggest things this time around as well, is like accepting that I need to rest and recover and actually doing it, you know. And look, it's been very slow. Like recovery's been very slow, and it obviously plays on my mind a little bit because I want to get back in the gym. I want to get strong again. I want to but I've only trained twice this week, but I'm like, and that's okay. Why am I'm in a rush? I'm in no rush.
But
You're human.
You see, even like you feel on your body, and you see on your body that that was actually what you needed.
But I look good.
You look amazing.
I look awesome. Yeah, I haven't trained. I've trained, but nothing crazy at all. Yeah, like I said, I did 2 sessions this week, but my conditioning's still really good. Still got lines in my legs. Still got lines in my glutes. Still got bits of detail here and there. Abs are still in. Obliques are still shredded. So yeah, it's going really well. Yeah. So
well done, Daddy.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. I'm happy that it's 10 years on, you feel like you've finally nailed it,
And it's good to like feel from you that energy as well.
Yeah.
Because like I feel you're happy, you're content, and it makes me feel good as well. So yeah, very good.
Yeah, my number 1 supporter. So let's dive into the next season. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? We're 12 weeks out.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Crazy. Oh, yeah. It doesn't make sense.
But I think
that's so fast.
People like, is it always like that? I'm like, well, not really, because let's be honest, we had season A pretty late here.
Was it actually though, the date?
Yes,
the date was later than normal?
17th of May. And remember, we usually had like end of April, like stuff like that.
True.
And then season B was starting like first weekend of October, and now we have last weekend of September.
True.
So like it's a bit like
even the week or two like this way.
Yeah. So I think it's like 2 weeks like closer than usually.
Yeah.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
And we still have
season A. That's a whole month.
Yeah.
When it's moved 2 weeks in either direction. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And we still have season A going. Spain is going this weekend.
Can you imagine if I did Spain?
No.
As well.
That was very quick.
Fuck
answer.
that. Yeah. Thank God. Thank God. Yeah. I'd be competing. Is it? When is it? Today. It is today, isn't it?
Today. Yeah, today. 5th.
Fuck that. Yeah. I'm so glad I made that. What a good decision, bro. Yeah. You did so well throughout the whole prep, and that was another good decision you made.
That's
well done. Oh yeah.
Dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So yeah, let's quickly run through who's doing
what. To actually open the list.
Because is this the biggest team we've ever had?
Ever.
It is, or is it? Yeah.
17 people.
17. So what? That's a PB. So we 16 was season B last year, eh?
Was 16 or less, or 15?
15.
Finally.
16. Yeah, I'd have to go back and count. It was pretty close, but
actually.
PB.
PB actually.
Yeah, you gotta get a list.
I had to literally write everyone down because first of all, it's the biggest team, and second, we really don't want to miss anyone.
Yeah.
So let's start with ladies because ladies first.
Ladies first.
So we got
Ray.
Ray. Let's start with Ray actually.
Yeah.
Only our one figure girl.
Yeah. Figure girl. Ray.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So then we have Melinda. She's doing sports and fitness. Nick is doing sports and fitness. Emma S. She's doing bikini and swimsuit. Cassie, stepping up.
Yeah.
She's done with us season A 2 years ago as bikini. And now she's going to do sports and fitness.
Let's go.
Kyla, she's doing sports, doing amazing. Everyone's doing
amazing. We're not going to go through each and every person.
Brie.
That's a whole podcast.
Very, very young girl. 18 years old. She's gonna do bikini and swimsuit.
Yeah.
Amy, she's gonna do.
It's Amy Baker, yeah.
Yeah, Amy Baker. She's gonna do sports and fitness. Bonnie with the E, so it's so funny because we had Bonnie without the E for season A, and now we have Bonnie with the E for swimsuit and bikini. Julie for sports, Sam for swimsuit and bikini
Swimsuit,
as
yeah.
well. And we have Brooks client, Lou. So
Lulu.
Lou has been in the game once already in 2017.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That was
I'm so excited for her. Yeah, she's a beast, mum.
She's bringing something very different. She's gonna do the same category, so
Sports and fitness.
Sports and fitness.
Yeah, yeah.
And then boys.
How just before we get onto that, how many of your girls are first timers?
Oh,
1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Wow,
8.
8 first timers.
Yeah.
That's so good. So even looking at our list
9
just
with
there,
Ray.
it's like 90%.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
90% all first timers.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we have Dave as well, who will be doing fitness. I have Mike, who will be doing men's physique, who this will be his second go round, but he did do men's fitness his first go round. And he's stepping into men's physique. And that's where his potential is for sure. We have Theo as well. So Theo's making a return for the guys who remember Theo.
From last year.
If you don't remember, he's the guy with the one hand and the one lat and the amazing dude.
Yeah.
And he got electrocuted.
Yeah.
And incredible story. So he's coming back, and he's coming back so much better.
Oh my God.
I'm super
He
excited.
already looks so much different.
And he's coming back with his son, Pierre. Which is like, I love these like duos when we have, either if it's like
Couple
or father and son or daughter, and like, I love it so much. It's so good.
Yeah.
We mentioned Ray, and we also have Reese as well, Coach Reese.
Yeah.
Stepping up, who's looking absolutely unreal as well.
I hope it's
But yeah,
gonna be
that's
someone who's gonna bring him a chip.
I'm me.
I think
I'm gonna be the chip guy this time.
Yeah.
So you guys know Reese. He's the guy we're calling him the chip guy and the chip man, and now he's the man.
So I think from the boys, it's like almost half doing.
Oh, sorry, Reese is doing fitness, and Theo is doing. I want him to run physique.
Yeah.
More so than classic this time round.
Yeah.
Especially the way he's looking now. He's looking a lot fuller, a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And when he's got the shorts on, it looks really good. Pierre will be doing fitness, and Ray obviously will be doing figure. Yeah.
So we have literally from your clients half doing first time. So we have
Yes. Yep. Reese.
Reese, Ray.
Right. Yep.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So exciting. And I am very, very excited for this season. And that's another thing as well, is I'm very excited, obviously, just to coach. Because obviously it's a lot of stress and pressure to do both. And I did do a very, very good job. But
You can be 100% focused
it
on.
it just feels like effortless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I'm just like, fuck, give me a challenge, So yeah, I'm very excited for that. I'm also excited for what they're going to do in Canberra as well.
Yeah, so we have nationals in Canberra.
Yeah.
Where we're going, and
I'm sure Viv's going to turn it up after seeing what Ryan did.
yeah, he already changed the venue.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Exactly. Yeah.
So
He's already like, oh shit, I better do something.
With and that's gonna be a fitness expo as well.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like similar game that Ryan Frederick did for nationals in Perth. And we're gonna finish the season in Dubai.
Yeah, and we're gonna finish off
World
in. Never been to
Championships.
Dubai, so that's gonna be awesome. And for the guys watching on the
over there, and that's it.
yeah, for the guys watching on the YouTube, I'm gonna vlog that. So that's gonna be good fun.
I'm gonna vlog it too.
Vlog it, yeah,
DJI now as well.
yeah.
Yay.
I bought Ags a DJI. So for anybody. Just, I don't know if this is just a oh yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna tell you. So I went into the Good Guys, and
Oh my god.
they fucked up
Oh no.
their pricing. So they had it on not even a sale, but they had the pricing under it for like just the Osmo itself and not the pack. And I asked him, I was like, hey man, do you have the packs where it comes with like the full pack with the case and the microphone and everything? And he goes, yeah man. So he went out and he got it. And then I was like, oh, can I pay for it here? He goes, yeah, righto. So he put it through, but he put it through as just the Osmo and not the pack.
Maybe that was end of the financial
And
year.
let's
sale.
just say that. But I bought a bunch of memory cards as well, and it was so cheap. And I paid for it, and I ran out of the store as fast as I could. Just saying. So I was going to tell him, and I was like, is that right? And I was like, beep. And I fucking ran. Thank you. Do you want a receipt? Just message it to me. Thank you. Yep. So anyway, we're going to vlog 2 DJIs going. One very cheap one. In Dubai, and that's gonna be wicked fun.
I actually saw the venue. I'm excited.
Did ya? Oh,
Yeah, it
I
has
didn't
been
look.
announced on Instagram
Yeah.
by Jay.
By Jay, yeah.
So it's gonna be bigger,
Bigger.
very, very big. It is literally like in the middle of the city. So
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah.
But first things first, let's get everybody
ready.
shredded, jacked
ready to
as
rumble.
humanly possible, and have a good time.
Yeah.
That's the best thing, actually. Everybody's having such a good time. Hey,
Yeah.
these guys, honestly,
I feel like
my seasons have been so good.
Yeah. I was
The
going
last
to
like
say-
three years have just been so good.
I was going to say like
And it almost feels like it just gets better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like we say that before every season.
Yeah.
We say like we have such a sick team for this
Yeah.
season, and like the next season comes, we have such a sick team for this season.
Yeah.
I love that. I freaking
Yeah.
love. I think because we love that sport so much,
Yeah.
and we put so much love and heart into it, and
Yeah.
I hope our clients feel that.
Of course they do.
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. Wrap it up there.
Yes, please.
I'm going to do 2 outros. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell button. And if you are listening on the podcast, don't forget to screenshot, tag, and share us in your Instagram stories at
Huggy Pump Coach.
and Ryan Pumped Coach. We love you guys.
We appreciate you guys.
Catch you in the next one. Peace.